With us right now is the Honor 200. It is primarily a camera phone. It has two 50 megapixel cameras in the rear and a 50 megapixel selfie camera. Base configuration comes with 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage, but what we have is the top tier configuration with 12 gigs of memory, 512 gigs of storage. And as you can see, it runs on the Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 chipset. Memory extension is enabled by default. You can see 12 gigs of Honor RAM Turbo. There is no way to disable that, so we'll leave that in. Now, Honor Magic OS 8 comes with a game manager, and you can access that from the setting. Just go to apps, look for a game manager, boom. And from here, you can add or remove games. It adds a sidebar, which you can access by swiping from the left edge of the screen. We're gonna kick things off by checking out Game Manager. And as you can see, there are two optimization settings, balance and game. We're gonna put it on game. There are a bunch of goodies that will enhance your gaming experience from here. You can enable do not disturb mode. You can also take screenshots or take a screen recording. And then from here, you can also access your favorite apps in a floating window. So let's say you want to watch a YouTube window or you want to check out your Facebook, then you can do so from here. All right, we're gonna start by pushing graphics all the way to highest in Genshin Impact. Now visual effects is set to low. We're gonna set that on high as well. Frame rate all the way to 60 FPS. So we don't have a way to measure or to accurately gauge the frame rate, so we're just gonna eyeball it. And so far, the game is holding up. It is relatively smooth, running on the highest graphics settings. Our next game is Mobile Legends, and let us quickly review the graphics. Super frame rate, ultra graphics enabled. And by the way, this phone lets you go all the way up to 200% volume. We're just gonna lower that because it does get pretty loud. And in case you didn't know, this phone comes with dual speakers as well. As you can see, it is super smooth, running on the highest graphics settings. Up next, we got Carx Street. I've already set graphics all the way to the highest. So far, the game is holding up really well with Snapdragon 7 Gen 3. Game running on the highest graphics settings. Mind you, this is a game where many smartphones with lower specs struggle. Alright, for last game we have PUBG Mobile. Let us quickly take a look at the graphics settings. Graphics capped at Ultra HDR, frame rate all the way to Ultra. As far as gyroscope controls, it is enabled. So let us look at the responsiveness. So far so good. Frame rates also appear to be decent. So we've been playing for a while now, and looking at the temperature on the display area, we're getting 43 degrees. Now looking at the rear panel, we're getting 42 degrees. So small difference, 42.5 degrees right about here. We end this video, just a few benchmarks. Here's Antutu, 691K, almost 700. PC Mark, we did 10.4K. Then in Pass Mark, we managed to score 13.3K with read and write speeds hovering around 670 megabytes per second. Here's some battery life benchmark results. We managed to score 12 hours and 45 minutes. Then in another test, we scored 12 hours and almost 20 minutes. So roughly around 12 and a half hours. Here are the thermal throttling test results. Highest temperature is 68 degrees Celsius. However, the CPU, I'm not sure how to read this, but seems that there isn't much of a slowdown when it comes to performance. Now on the next view, shows here that temperature increased by 31 degrees Celsius. But once again, throttling stayed at 100%. So it seems that this is telling us that the performance hasn't really dropped. And the chart also confirms that. But I'm not an expert here, so perhaps I'm reading this the wrong way. Let me know in the comments what you think. And if you have any questions on the Honor 200, which, by the way, will be launching on July 17 in the Philippines, talk to us in the comment section, and we'll see you guys in the next video.